Okay, welcome everyone. This is Jen with Jen's Creative Stampers coming to you live from Indian Trail, North Carolina. And it is June 2nd. Happy June. Summer is here. Feels like it anyway. Hope you guys are doing well and hope you are inspired by this class. This is beautiful. I have been playing with this bundle and I have loved it so much. It's like I can't stop. So I hope you're inspired. And also just wanted to show you a couple quick notifications here. So on the screen, this is my Super Saturday coming up on June 22nd. It's going to be an amazing day full of crafting fun, inspiration, lots of fun things going to be going on. It's from 9:30 to 2:30 on Saturday the 22nd. There are 4 classes that you can sign up for. You choose 1, 3, all 4, whatever you want to do. You actually indicate which classes you want on the registration. But it's going to be a really fun day together. And hopefully I'm not buffering. So that is coming up, and registration actually ends this week. So you're going to want to sign up, get registered. If you want to grab a friend and come, that would be awesome. We'll all have a great time together. It's going to be in Bonne Terre neighborhood. The address is there in the registration link, and we're going to have a lot of room to spread out and have a fun time. I do want to mention that on June 5 this week, we're going to be starting a brand new sale. Stampin' Up! Is offering the bundles with dies. So the die bundles in the annual catalog are all going to be an additional 10% off, as well as the Stampin' Cut and Boss machine, the big one, the minis, whether you get the white mini or the boho blue, they're still, both of those, all 3 of those are all 10% off. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Give me some thumbs up. So I just wanted to clarify and make sure everybody understands what is on sale, what is not on sale. It does not include, at least it's not to my knowledge, it does not include just plain dies in the annual catalog. It has to be a die bundle, okay? And the Stampin' Cut and Boss machines. All right, so let me go ahead and get started. And you can get this class for free with any $40 purchase before tax and shipping using the link that's actually in the post for this, and I will post it on YouTube as well. That will be from tonight when I end this live all the way until next Sunday at 7 p.m. Same time next Sunday. $40 order will get the class for free, and you're going to get 2, your selections will be 2 of each of the cards that we do. And if your order goes over 50, you're going to get the gems for free, and I'll include that in your kit. Okay, so let me go ahead and point you down, and I'm just going to show you what we're doing. All right, so hopefully you can see my table here. This is the Layers of Beauty bundle. I have the item number here for you. You can see that. That is the bundle that actually comes with the stamp set, that comes with the dies, and it comes with these amazing decorative masks. And I'm going to show you just how to use those. They are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's actually on page 57 in the annual catalog, if you have your book handy. Gives you several different examples here. And ironically, on the page before that shows you the item numbers of the large Stampin' Cut and Boss machine, which starting June 5 through June 30 will be 10% off, as well as the white mini. The item numbers for those are right down here. If you need the extra cutting plates for either, you can get those as well, and those are the item numbers for you there. Okay, so let me make sure everybody can hear me, see me, and I think we will be good to go. If anybody has any issues, just let me know. I am watching the comments. So this is a photopolymer stamp. As you can see, has a very large floral arrangement here, and then you've got these little stamps here, as well as some really nice sentiments. There's God bless, grateful for you, happy anniversary, and you make my heart smile. So I love this. The bundle includes the stamp set, the dies, and the masks, which is a 5-part masking. It's gorgeous. So let's go ahead and get started. We will be using for this, it is block, let me find it, block F like Frank, okay? If you didn't know, all of our Stampin' Up! Blocks actually have like a circle, can't see it, has a circle with a letter on the side, on a side, and that is how you know which block you will use. All right, so I'm just going to load this up here. The only other thing that I did not grab, I will grab it now, is some paper. So this is not really pretty, but it is quite functional. So I'll show you how we're going to use it. Just get my tabletop all transformed here and set up. All right. And this is going to make it very, very easy for you to go ahead and line these up. You will need an ink pen. If I can grab mine out, I have my Stampin' Up! Ink pen here. All right, and I'll show you why we'll need that. So our very first card is going to be this one. Now, you will recognize I did not put any sentiments on my prototypes, and I did not add any gems. But we will be doing that for the live, okay? And for your class, you'll get all of the stuff for that, okay? So we are going to start with a piece of basic white, and this is just cut into a 1/4 sheet, all right? And move this out of the way here so I have full access to, I'm going to trim this down a little bit because it's a little large for me. I don't need that big. All right, and so what I want out of this ugly looking grid paper is I just want the lines, right? So I want to be able to see where I'm lining everything up. I'm going to take my Memento Black ink, and I'm just going to ink up by flipping the block on its back and tapping the stamp with my ink pad. Okay, it's because it's so big, it's just a lot easier to flip it upside down. Okay, and then literally I'm just going to stamp this so that it fits on the basic white. Just kind of like move it around, make sure it gets good pressure all the way around, and then I'm going to peel that off. Okay, and set this aside. So I won't need my black until we do the next card. And I actually store my Memento Black upside down as well. And that helps the ink to actually stay on the surface that you're stamping on here rather than kind of in the ink pad. Just a tip for you. Okay. All right. So how are we going to line this up? So what I have done as I've been playing with this, and there was another bundle in the mini that just retired. The mini retired, the stamp set in the bundle carried over. So each one of these has like a little notch. Can you see that? And there's a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to line this up so that it fits in this number 1 die, or this number 1 mask. Okay. So I feel it's easier to line up the stamped paper to the mask itself. So I have the mask going along here, and I'm just going to get it lined up so that it's kind of in those lines, those grid lines, right? And again, just line up my, it's easier to line it up holding it up. This is what I found. And then actually putting it down on my grid paper, lining it up. And then I have some of this Post-it tape that I am going to tape my white cardstock down so that it does not move. Because I know then I need to change out all of my masks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my mask is going to get the line drawn to where it is lined up. So I'm going to go along this top. Sorry, my long curly hair in the way. And then I'm going to just carve out that little notch and the corner. And the reason I go around the corner is because it just helps me line it up so much easier on the subsequent masks. Okay, so I won't need my pen anymore. I can actually put my pen away. Hi ladies, say hi, let me know you're watching. Hope you guys are all doing well. So what we're going to do, I am using, for this very first card, I am using these colors: Fresh Freesia, Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, and Soft Seafoam. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Fresh Freesia. Now, everybody has their own way, right, of using these blender pens or these blends. Blending brushes, that's what they're called, blending brushes. I personally like to have one for each color, right? So purples will use this, greens I have another, orange I have another, red, darker pink. That's kind of how I do it. I always go down to my ink pad in a circular motion, as you can see. And again, I'm going to kind of start off just like we normally do. This is Fresh Freesia, so it's really, really light. And just go in a circular motion. Now I hold mine at the top of mine. Can you see I'm all the way up here at the top? I don't get down and press real hard unless I want a darker, deeper color, which for me is easier just to add more ink to my brush. But again, everyone has their own style. So I just go back into my ink pad, make sure this stays lined up, and just kind of use that circular motion. So I don't know if you guys have this bundle yet, but if you don't, I highly recommend it. So as you can see, this is just really, really light. You can always add more ink, but you cannot take it back off. Okay, so there is mask number 1. So I'm just going to literally flip it on its head, turn it upside down, and move it out of the way. Number 2, I'm going to go ahead and bring that down. I'm going to line that up. Okay, and I'm going to switch colors on this one because Fresh Freesia is so light. I'm going to move over to Highland Heather. Again, I'm going to use the exact same brush, still purple. I'm good with that. Make sure I don't have any globs of ink, right? Make sure I'm all lined up, and you can kind of double check yourself too as you're looking at these masks when you go down. And it's really hard to tell if there's a lot of ink coming down or not. So again, I always start light. And then you can always put more. Okay. You guys all doing well? Everybody having a good Sunday? I hope so. And maybe a good weekend, right? It's been a really wonderful weekend here in North Carolina. It's been very cool. We had a really fun festival yesterday at Indian Trail. They do this really amazing full day with our Park and Recs department, which is where I teach every month. And they're amazing. They're just so great. And they hosted this big event. It had a bunch of food trucks, and they had just a bunch of vendors. And what else did they have? Carnival rides, all kinds of fun things for the kids. And then the night ended with like these massive fireworks. It was so fun. And they're always so amazing. It's like 4th of July before 4th of July. So it was like really cool. So that was fun. We had a good time yesterday. Okay, so this one is Gorgeous Grape. I just moved my thing, but I wanted to get off some of that extra ink. All right, and on this number 3, so there is a, you'll see, I'll show you. I'm just going to do these large flowers in the darker purple. And then I'm going to pull in some yellow, which are the yellow centers of the roses. And I am not afraid of color. I'm just going to put it on this paper. You can see I'm pushing down pretty hard now. Getting that ink. And I'm going to switch over to my, I have 2 yellows out. I have Crushed Curry, and where's my Daffodil Delight? Oh, she's hiding under here. So I'm going to use Daffodil Delight on this one. And get my yellow. My yellow is a bigger one, so you know you guys can get large ones and small ones. They come in a pack of 3, I think, for each one. Now this one, you definitely, my yellow, I need to wipe some of that off because that is definitely heavy. Line it back up, and I've got these centers of these flowers. I'm just getting that right into there in that circular motion. I am pushing pretty hard. Looks like I moved it a little bit. It's okay. All right. Love when you take these off. All right, that was number 3. Now I'm going to bring in my green for my leaves, and this is going to be soft sea foam. And you may say, golly, that's really light. It is, but you'll be surprised. So line that up. I'll get my green one out here. Go in that circular motion, if you guys can see me here. I'll move over a little bit. There you go. That way you see everything that I'm doing. Okay, make sure that's lined up and just hold it. And it kind of grabs the ink around the edges, which gives a really cool look. Kind of gives like darker on the edges and then lighter kind of in the middle. Okay. So I think I like it like that. Can you guys see that okay? All right. That is number 4. And then for number 5, I've got fuzz that I keep pulling off here from my baby wipes. Okay, and number 5, I'm going to give a little more ink to it here. And go right down. Now you could use another green. That would be totally fine. And each one of these are going to be totally different, so I'm excited to show you all of these. And there is our first stenciling. So this tape is really awesome. It's Post-it tape, and it's not sticky at all. If you're interested, just ping me and I'll give you the link to go ahead and order it, but I use it on my die cutting and everything. So there we go. That is our first. Can you see how I got the yellow a little bit there? But it's really pretty. So now I'm going to take my die, and I'm going to move this out of the way, cap this guy up until next one, and we are going to run that through the die, and then we're also going to emboss, in this eyelet 3D embossing folder. It's so, so pretty. Okay, so let's do our die cutting first. We'll just whip this out real fast. Get it all set up. Got that fuzz. I use baby wipes on those things, and normally I just run the mask when I'm done with them, like underwater, right? And just dab them off so that they're dry. But I didn't this time. I actually used baby wipes, and I think baby wipes were kind of getting dry, but anyway, it's like cotton. Okay, so there's the first one. And it cuts out pretty close to the flowers, which I also like. You see that? So pretty. So we've got that now. And then we're going to take our soft sea foam. I'm going to run this through the embossing folder, through the machine with the number 4 plate. Okay. All right. So we've got that. And then, let me get my, did not score these. 5.5. So this would be a really, really awesome bundle to get at the extra 10% off, which gives you 20%. If you're a demonstrator, then you get your, then you also get your discount on top of that, which, man, that's a great deal, you know? It's a fabulous deal. So I've got Highland Heather, and I've got the soft sea foam, and where's my card at? It's lost. It's somewhere. Here it is. It's underneath all these masks. So I glued this down. We'll just do it the same way on this one. But yeah, I'm excited to show you all the ways that you can use this and how pretty it is, each one of them. Okay. Let me get my dimensionals. So I like to layer it up first, and then I'll place my die cut on the front. You could also use ribbon on this. Again, I just really wanted to really show how beautiful these this bundle is by just using this with an embossing folder. Okay, there's that. And then taking our beautiful roses, popping this up. I like to use a lot of dimensionals because I don't want it to collapse in the mail. Okay. No questions? Are you guys like in awe of all the beauty of this? So pretty, right? So you can see I put that on a different way. And then we can just bring in some scrap, basic white, different widths. I kind of have them in a little pouch so that I can just pull from them like when I'm on a live like this, right? Just, I don't have to have all that prepped up. But what I'm going to do is use my darkest color, Gorgeous Grape, and I'm just going to stamp a sentiment here. Probably happy anniversary. Get my long block here. And stamp it along here. So pretty. Okay. And then I'm actually going to fussy cut this because I feel like it's too much white otherwise, and just kind of go along the edges. It doesn't have to be perfect. Move your paper, not your scissors, right? You guys know that. Fussy cutting. You could even cut the happy off of the anniversary. There we go. Cut up in that A a little bit. There we go. Okay. And so then I'll probably put that just like right on top. Get a dimensional. Put it behind that A. It's just a really easy way to add another one. Really easy way to just make a beautiful card. And there's not much that goes into it, which is amazing. When you look at that, you think, wow, that is just so hard. Okay, don't get the ink on your finger like I did. And then I'm using these beautiful iridescent foil gems because I just love these. And they really go with everything. And they just kind of pick out that color. And there's large ones and small ones. Again, you're going to get these for free with any order over 50. Let me add that there. So if your order is 40, then you get the kit for free. So it's a really good deal if you get that. So that is our card number 1. Do you guys like that? So fun, right? You'll have to tell me which one's your favorite. So that is the first one. Second card, let's bring this back in. Second card is using, so first we're going to be using this embossing folder. If you guys use the Dotted Circles 3D, it's huge. Look how it's like bigger than my hand. And we are going to be making this card. Ba-bam, right? Melon Mambo and Shy Shamrock. Who would have ever put those together? And the base is soft sea foam. So quite a coordinated kind of color combination. So let me go ahead and get these out of the way. And I will bring in, I said, the Melon Mambo. I'm going to use Crushed Curry for this one, believe it or not. Flirty Flamingo and Shy Shamrock. So, again, to show you, these are my colors, if you want to snapshot that. And I'll show you how it all comes together. I think you're going to love this. All right, so again, I've got a piece of the 1/4 sheet of basic white. I'm going to get my block over here again. Do the same thing with my ink pad. You can also color this with your blends or your water-based markers, your Stampin' Rights, but I just love how it gives you the variance of shading when you use the folders, the masks. Okay, looks good to me. All right, so now let me bring these back in, and because it was so light, I'm not even going to clean it off. Like, I'm totally fine with that. So again, you always want to kind of line it all up again. For me, it's easier to hold it in the air and make sure all the components I'm looking kind of all around. I start right here with these two roses, and then I start to look around to make sure that everything is lined up okay. All right. So I'm going to put my marker back in the groove, hold that down, and again, I'm going to use my Post-it tape and get these all lined back up again. And I'm going to sneak under here for this one because this one did not, I don't want to glue that down. Okay, so there we are. We are going to start with Flirty Flamingo. Recommend always starting with your lightest color, and then you can always go darker. Okay, so let me see. I need to put those away. I need my pink, which will be this one. Actually, I've got a, yeah, I guess I'll use this for Flirty Flamingo. I've got a dark pink and a light pink. This was kind of like petal pink. I use it for bubble bath. Flirty Flamingo could go either way. Okay, I'm going to take some of the ink off. You guys see okay? All right, here we go. Circular motion. It's the easiest way to get it on the paper evenly. Get some more. Start off light. Go back over if I wanted some more ink on there. All right, so that was Flirty Flamingo. And then I'm going to do Melon Mambo. That's number 1. Number 2. So pretty. Change up my really dark pink one here. I'll load it up. Y'all are going to be like, she has screwed this up. Maybe not so much on this one, but on some of the other ones. Just some of the color combinations are very, very different. Very cool. That got moved. There we go. Okay. This is not staying in place for me. All right. That's number 2. Number 3. I'm actually going to use crushed curry, and I'm going to do the yellow first before I do the pink on this one. Because sometimes it gets in those petals. I'm not going in a circular motion, but this kind of a, you really probably should use the small one for these little centers. Just a tip. That probably would help you kind of have more control. So here's my last pink layer. And I'm going in heavy with this one. Covering it all up. A lot of pressure here. Okay. Whoa, isn't that pretty? So pretty. Love that. All right, and then let me do, I'm going to do the soft sea foam with with the green here. Line this up. Number 4. Make sure it gets in there. Okay. Sometimes you have to kind of tweak these a little bit. It's all good. You can see where it's going whenever you start using it. So there's where it says, yep, that's good. Okay, starting off with soft sea foam. Going circular motion, it grabs along the mask. So pretty. And remember, our roses have a lot of pink. So don't be afraid when you're doing bolder colors, don't be afraid to match that in your green leaves, okay? Which is why I'm switching the green in this one. So from not just the soft sea foam, I'm going to also use the Shy Shamrock, which is not so shy, right? All right, so let me go down and get some green. I'm going to hold this pretty firmly so I don't move it again. Give it some of that kiss of green there, covering it pretty heavily. Okay, you ready? There you go. You guys like that? Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? It looks so real too, doesn't it? So just take off my little tape here. Okay. Cap this back up because I'm going to use that again on some of the cards. And let me run my pink, my Melon Mambo, through this awesome dot embossing folder. Love it so much. You can actually line this up so that the center, you're kind of like in the center there. You may not want that, but you may. So let's do that first. And on these big folders, you want to make sure you don't hit the side because you will, it's easy to run into, they're so big, I feel like. And you know how normally we try to twist or like turn it cockeyed on the plate? You can't do that with this one. So it kind of makes it a little hard. All right, now we're going to die cut the flower off of the basic white. Let's see, it goes like this. Like I said, you can even use some of that really awesome tape to hold it. Make it easier for you. Okay. Move that out of the way. Hey Lynn, hey Linda, Amy, happy Sunday. Kelly, Deb, Noreen, Lisa, Melissa. Hello to everyone. Hope y'all are having a good weekend. Everybody's name just like popped up. All right. So we've got that, and again, that cuts out really, really easily. Okay. And then we are going to get our, so pretty, get the Melon Mambo with the dots, the dotted circles, and score this. I don't like to fold it. I like to have crisp lines on my cards. I don't know how you guys are, but I am super particular. If I go through all the trouble of making a beautiful card, I want it to look nice, right? Okay, and I'm layering this on the Shy Shamrock. I thought that looked awesome. I love that so much. And glue this down. I love this embossing folder. So fun. It goes really well with the Spotlight on Nature. If you don't have that one yet, it's really pretty. Okay. Okay, let me glue these. And I'm going to add some more dimensionals here for extra holding that better. There we go. Okay. So just really wanted to show you how beautiful these are, this whole bundle. And I love it so much. Okay. If you don't have it, you may want to get it with this sale coming up. Okay. All right. There's that one. And we're going to stamp this one with my, here it is, block. We're going to do this in Shy Shamrock. It's tight. And it says, grateful for you. And give it some firm pressure. There we go. And literally, I'm just going to snip the ends. I'm going to do this one like this, banner the one side. All right. I'm going to cut this off a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to take a dimensional and I am going to put it on this side. Let's see, I'm going to put it down here again. I just don't want to cover up all the beautiful roses on there. That's the thing. I have a hard time placing it because I'm like, well, that's too pretty to cover up. Okay. There we go. And our dots, where did I put those? Here we go. And again, these are the gold iridescent. They're just so pretty. They pick up all the colors that you are putting it on. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And there is card number 2. You guys see that shimmer? This was my prototype. It's almost the same. Super pretty, huh? Okay. So there's number 2. And show you the last 2 cards. The very last card is going to be a really different type of card. I think you guys are going to love it. So this one, I love the color combination. Very, very different. Very bold. It is Peacock, Pretty Peacock, Red, and Poppy Parade with Lost Lagoon. And we'll be using the crushed curry this time. And you may say, wow, that is some serious dark colors. And it is, but I love it. So pretty. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's do our white. And here with our black, get this out of the way. Okay. There's that. Again, we're just going to flip it over. It doesn't really matter to me where it's going out on this basic white because I'm going to turn it to where it will line up with the masks, right? When I go to pull my grid paper out. There we go. We just want to make sure we get a good image here. All right, let's figure this out. So I've got mask number 1. Lining it up on those 2 large roses. Okay, and then I'm going to put it down here in my grid and tape it down. The color combinations are endless, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Poppy Parade. And I think this is my red. I think I used this for pink too, didn't I? Let me see. I'm going to use it in the red also, unless I have one hiding under here. Nope. Okay. So here's my Poppy Parade. It's pretty bold. Move it across that paper. Okay. Do a little bit more Poppy Parade here. Line it back up. You can see the white lines. I don't want it to be fully red because I've got red I want to coordinate with. Well, it looks like I'm committed on that, whatever it is. So, all right, that's Poppy Parade. I don't want to get this in my hands, that's for sure. All right, now I'm going to pull out the real red. Going to flip that upside down. Bring in number 2 mask. Take off some of that ink. Load it up in the red. Okay. And add my red. Y'all are a really quiet bunch. Hey Trish, good to see you on. There's number 2. Look how pretty that is. Can you see? Oh my goodness. It's gorgeous. Number 3. Again, I'm going to do this the same as I did with the Melon Mambos. I'm going to use the crushed curry. And going to go down and add that before I do more red. Okay. Again, if you have a smaller brush in the yellows, do that instead. Okay. So there's that. Put that up there. Do some more red. Going over the red that we just did. Lining it up. Okay. Just those 3 roses. Okay. really, really pretty. Talk about a red rose. All right, now for the green stems and the leaves, it's number 4. And I'm starting off with Lost Lagoon. Probably need to get my blue. I don't know where my blue, oh here it is, it's hiding. Okay. I never really know. Lost Lagoon is kind of green, but kind of blue too. That and Pretty Peacock. I don't know. You could go green or blue. All right, so Lost Lagoon. Gonna line it back up. See if I can get it all the way around. Okay. This is the background of my leaves. Giving a lot of pressure here, actually. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with my favorite Pretty Peacock and give it some more color. All right. Hope you guys like this class. I love this. I thought this was just so stunning. All right, number 5. Okay. And this is going to be like the veining or the center of the leaves. Get some more ink. And again, normally if you're using lots of between dark and light colors back and forth, you will want to wash these masks in between. But because I'm kind of building on that color, it's okay. It's not really going to transfer much. I started on my lightest cards and moved to my darkest cards. And there is this card. What do you guys think of that? Isn't that so beautiful? That one actually surprised me. I just love that so much. So I cut this one out. I don't need Pretty Peacock anymore. Bring that back in. Die cut this. I'm going to show you guys something else. So this actually has obviously the one that we've been using. But then we also have this one that die cuts the actual rose in the center. Let me put it on this other side so you can see it. Clean up my little mess here a little bit. Okay, so you've got this one obviously that we've been using, right? Cuts the whole thing out. I'm going to use my tape again. So that one, and down here, and then let me show you what we're going to do next, because this is kind of cool. So once we take that off, right, then this fits inside of that rose. Sorry, you couldn't see. Fits inside this rose like this, and you can die cut that. So let me cut that out. And I just tape this down so that it doesn't move. So I cut that off of the actual larger die. Now you could use these as two separate. You can see how this kind of got cut off. That's what it does. and this one. Okay. So I'm going to use this, believe it or not. All right. Let me show you. Oops, I forgot to emboss this. This one, I'm going to use this exposed brick, which is really pretty in that one. Kind of is really nice on those darker backgrounds, I feel like. So, use your plate number 4. And that way. Okay. All right. Okay, now for this other one, we are going to pop out the rose that we cut off. Need to glue this down flat. Have this a little bit smaller so you can really see that really pretty poppy parade. All right, so that's a little leaf that we can use. So this kind of goes like that. I'm going to glue this down flat. Then to show, kind of add more emphasis, I guess, to that rose that we cut out. I'm going to pop that guy up. Right, so he went in just like that. I'm going to pop him up. I'm going to overlap that just a teeny tad. There we go. And this little leaf, it kind of has like that little tail on it. I'm just going to snip that off. Stick that right under there. Okay. And then lastly, I'm going to stamp here. Make my heart smile. Okay. I'm going to do that, I think, in Poppy Parade. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. Just going to snip that off on both ends. Since this is flat, I'm just going to glue this down flat. It's really simple, right? These cards are really, really simple. But they are sure beautiful. 3 of these on, then the magic of 3, right? Okay, and that is card number 3. It's really, it looks kind of orange in the screen, but it's not. It is definitely that beautiful Poppy Parade. Between the red and the Poppy Parade, really, really pretty. So there's the difference. And you can kind of see how that is popped up. I love that. Kind of elevates that. Cool. All right, so that's card number 3. And card number 4, we're going to do it a little bit different than we've done all the other ones. It's going to make it pretty fancy, right? A little fancy, fancy. So let me get my stuff back out here again. Just ink this up, same way. Okay. And cover, make sure it's all on the basic white. Then we will bring our, this is really bold. I think I need to clean this. Yes, I need to clean this. All right, so I'm gonna get some of these wipes, which are kind of drying out a little bit. At least for the red, I gotta get some of that off. Just wipes right off. And on number 2, I'll tell you, you need to be real careful with some of these. Can you see those little flower pieces in the middle? You do not want to just dab them. That's why I say it's a lot easier just to run it under the faucet in your sink, because they can get bent real easily. Okay. Oh, I just bent it. I've done that a couple of times. Okay, there we go. Let me get number 1, number 2, and I'll do number 3. Get all that red off. Because our next one is a very different color combination. It's using our in colors though. It's really pretty. All right, so get these out of the way. So again, we're going to start with number 1. Same process here. It's upside down. Am I doing that right? Let's see. Okay. Here we go. In business. All right. Line that back up. Okay. And I'm going to take peach pie. Peach pie this time. This is my orange. And I'm going to go down on this. It's really pretty. Okay. And then number 2, I'm going to do that one in Calypso Coral. Ooh, ah. Okay. Got that lined up. I think so. There we go. Calypso Coral. All right, there we go. Number 3. Whoops. Back up there. Gonna do crushed curry. Just get that down there. Bring my Calypso coral back. This is my last layer of flowers, so I'm going to go in pretty intense with the color. Okay, so that one. So pretty. There's so much ink on it. It's like kind of laying on the top. Really love that. It's really pretty. All right, then I'm going to use number 4, and I'm going to do that one in Shy Shamrock. No, Summer Splash. And that will be in the green. Line it up. Okay. Moving it all around. Okay. Just a little dab will do. And then the Shy Shamrock last. Okay, number 5. Okay. All right, and there's all of our layers on that one. And get all of my inks out of the way. And what we are going to do is take this die and our, bring this out. I'm going to score this. This is the Shy Shamrock. I'm going to score this in half, right? And then I'm going to take this die. I saw this yesterday with my friend Martinette. She did this really awesome thing. Let's see, I got it upside down. So that you want it to go like, nope, you want it to go like this. So you go up through the die, and then you bring it around. And what's going to happen, it's going to actually cut that off. So I'm going to glue this down so I can cut this along with it. And then we will line it back up. Okay, so that'll be the card front. And go down like this, like that. So pretty. Okay, and I'm going to bring this in. run this through. Add a slant there. All pulled in together. All right. Get this back out of the way. Actually, I'm going to need that one more time. Let's see. So it's a very intricate cut. And literally, it pulls away from there. And then take my stamp cut and emboss and go back over here. And lay that back down. And go through it like that. Okay, just like we have been doing. All right, so here we have this beautifully coordinated with this. And this is going to fit right like this. And we're going to, I'm going to actually pop this up. It's going to give almost like a shadow effect. I'm going to go right along the edge here. 1, 2, 3. And I'm doing this on the cardstock instead of on my die cut because I want to be able to layer this up so that I can see where it's going. Can you see that? So pretty. So, so pretty. There's that. Add a couple more under here. So I want them to pop up. There we go. Maybe add a couple more on this side. So beautiful. Okay. Then what we're going to do is take our paper snips, turn it over, and we are going to cut that even with the edge on both of these sides. All right. Then just need to cut a piece of basic white. I didn't have that already done. Okay. And stick that on the inside. And put that right there. And here I will go ahead and stamp my sentiment. You can see it. Let me get the Calypso coral. Very pretty. To tie that in. It's a pretty bold color. I love that though. There you go. So pretty. All right. Awesome. So then the last thing, we could go ahead, I'm going to do one other thing to this card. Come back in with my peach pie. And I'm going to take this small floral and I'm just going to stamp along here randomly, just so it's a little different, right? And I think we are going to call that card done. And we put some gems on it. Again, these iridescent are so pretty. I just think they're just so beautiful with these colors and so many different color combinations. Oops. I'll put one right over here. As we'll do 5. Always want to do odd numbers, right? There we go. Okay. Look at the difference between doing that, just cutting off that edge here, and this. Like very basic. This would be like a new stamper, just stamping and putting it flat. And then this one, so beautiful. And it even has like a little shadow as you look around there. So there's that one. Here is this one. If you don't have this bundle, you should get it. It's so pretty. There's that one. And lastly, this was our first card. So, hope you like those color combinations, and I hope that I can send this to you for free. So, let me bring it back here. Thank you again for joining me live. If you're catching me on the replay, let me know, #replay. Let me know which is your favorite. And again, just to recap, we have our Super Saturday on June 22nd. The registration deadline is this week. So make sure you are subscribing to my emails, that you're getting the information in your inbox where you can actually sign up for everything. You'll be the first to know. And then also to my Club Create will be ending for the sign up on June the 15th, and I will be sending that out to you as well. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great week and let me know how I can help you. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.